Hello, my name is Paula Anderson, and today we're going to be talking to team members from the ImagineU 2019 team. So we have here joining us Natasha,
Hi.
Cysilie, and Brianna. How you guys doing?
Good. How are you, Ms. Paula?
I'm doing well. So we first want to start off by asking you guys what has been your experience in the program and what you've learned.
My experience in the program has definitely been beneficial to me. It got me insight into different people, what it means to be a customer, what it means to be a business owner.
Okay.
And also, even though that I want to potentially do corporate, it's definitely giving me some insight in like how those corporates are made and how I can be insightful into something.
Okay, so you're saying that you really don't want to go beyond and be focused on being an entrepreneur. You just want to work for someone for a while and then maybe revisit entrepreneurship?
Yes, I definitely want to open my own consultants firm.
Okay.
But I do want to get that experience, connection, and networking through a corporate field before I just jump out there.
Okay, that's a smart plan. What about you, Natasha?
My experience has been amazing. It's definitely what I needed.
Okay.
For like a little push to get my business started, hopefully the next year or so. So it's definitely taught me a lot of different things. Working with team members, working with myself, the right tactics to use to create a business and actually have revenue being made too. So it's been a lot.
So what has it taught you?
It's taught me how to know that I cannot have a business without having people with me. And have a whole entire corporation, not just a business by myself.
Okay.
I need people around me at all times to fix certain things, to have me different set of eyes, different things. So people are going to be needed for my business to be successful at all.
Okay. All right. What about you, Brianna?
I think this program has been really beneficial as well. I think it's just kind of a hit the ground running kind of thing.
Okay.
But you really get to learn a lot overall very quickly about running your own business. I think some of the things that I've learned is just like working together with other people, and how to work with like people who already own their own businesses out there and kind of finding those connections within your local community of people who do want to help other people starting small businesses.
So what do you mean by hitting the ground running? What did that mean to you?
It means that we just immediately start going. Even when we're learning things, we're still planning things and planning like what's your business doing? Who do you need to interview? Yeah.
Okay. So we know that the foundation and structure of starting a business is the lean canvas business model. And so I want to ask you guys what element of that canvas resonated with you the most as you're going through this process. So let's start with you, Natasha.
Mine was probably the customer discovery part.
Okay.
I guess fleshing out the business idea and knowing who my target market was and knowing what questions to ask them to kind of figure out and get more details behind the whole entire business itself. So my favorite part was customer discovery.
Okay. Brianna?
I think kind of in combination is like the problem and solution. Just being able to think and like decide what is a problem that like I have or something that I potentially deal with, and what could I think of using like my own creativity to solve that problem.
Okay. So, Cysilie, why don't you tell us what your business is and what problem you're trying to solve?
So our business is Pause, and we are a stress relieving company that targets working adults with stress relief, because when you're an adult, you really don't have that many opportunities, access to relieve your stress in like a positive way without using drugs or alcohol or just like balling it up within yourself. So we try to fix that by giving them stress relieving tactics like stress ball making, painting tea, adult obstacle courses and things like that, so we could like give them an opportunity to pause away from their reality so they can regain themselves then.
Okay, so is pause an acronym for something, or is it just a word?
It's just the word.
Just the word.
Pause.
Okay, so you mentioned you're trying to solve a problem for individuals that are stressed. So going back to customer discovery, so what did you find out when you went through that process of talking to potential customers? Natasha?
Right. Our biggest discovery was what people's main stresses were. And of course, we all know work and money are the biggest stresses in our life, regardless of whatever age you are. So that was our biggest, I guess, speculation, our biggest discovery once again. And we found out that people normally heal from that stress by doing bad things like the drugs and the alcohol and but some people try like the whole yoga, so it's different methods. But our main solution was to get those bad things in terms of good things.
Then you said heal from the stress by doing bad things. Explain that.
Not really heal, but like cope with it.
Cope. Okay.
Yeah, so
cope
a wrong
with-
choice of words. Yes.
Okay.
Cope with the stress by doing bad things.
Okay.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, you finish.
Yeah, so basically just it was a good way to see how people either can say, well, I'm stressed out or I'm not stressed out.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a hard time saying that I'm not stressed, I'm good, I'm not stressed out. We all have stress in some way in our life. So we're not all not stressed out at all points of our life.
Okay.
So,
So how are you guys going to determine who is stressed? So what is the process going to be for identifying a customer with stress levels? Because we have acute stress and then we have chronic stress. So
Right.
Brianna, do you want to elaborate on how you're going to actually define that?
I think a lot of it would come from like people themselves, and obviously we would have like workshops and lectures where people would be able to listen to identify like, is stress becoming a problem in my life?
Mm-hmm.
Is it overwhelming me in a way I didn't even realize?
Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of it is kind of like teaching people how to look inside themselves and decide if that's a problem.
Okay. So what kind of research have you guys done, like clinical research, to actually define or come up with like how big the problem is, like the market, and trying to solve the problem? So who wants to take a stab at that one?
Natasha.
So we have done a lot of research as far as with customer discovery as well as online searches and different books and different people we talked to in the past who actually had like stress relieving activities being done.
Mm-hmm.
And our biggest thing I thought was the most said with me was the whole 120 people a year die of stress
Okay.
or stress related activity. Well, stress related issues or
Okay.
whatever causes. And then the next one was like the 2 out of 3 doctor visits are about stress as well.
Mm-hmm.
So just seeing what all stress can encompass in our lives and how it really can affect us on a mental level
Mm-hmm.
has been the biggest thing learning the whole research process of things.
Okay. So I know you guys have been working as a team, and so you come from different backgrounds,
Right.
and you've taken a personality assessment. So who are the introverts and the extroverts?
Introverts.
Introvert, okay.
Yeah.
And we're the extroverts.
I'm extra.
Very
Okay.
extravagant, yes.
All right, so let's talk about how working with different personalities has been on the team. So, Cysilie, why don't you tell us what has happened since you're an extrovert?
Go ahead, extrovert girl.
It's definitely been like some clashing moments. We're not
Okay.
gonna lie. Working with people is definitely not easy. It's just like learning how to balance it.
Okay.
Yes, because our introverts, they like to play on the safe side, where us extroverts, we like, let's get out there, let's risk it all.
Okay.
And it's definitely finding a balance in between that.
Mhm.
It's not all rainbows and sunshine. We have fought, we've disagreed, but we keep on pushing and moving forward.
Okay.
Agree to disagree and just...
So, what has been an example of something where there was a clash and y'all had to work through it?
Don't look at me.
An example would have to be,
The bush yard crawl for the first activity.
girl, everything. One of our, I guess, big ones was the Bill Street Art Crawl,
Mm-hmm.
because it also involved money, us paying a fee and everything,
Mhm.
and we were afraid that we wouldn't get much in return. It wasn't like people wouldn't perceive us well because we're so new.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, yeah, I don't think that we're ready for such a big event like this, what it's going to turn out like. And like,
So, who said that? One of the introverts?
yes.
2 of the introverts. It's 4 of us total. So it's half extrovert, half introvert.
Okay, so knowing that sometimes you can be a risk taker, but also you want to make sure that you take calculated risks.
Right.
Mhm.
So how are you able to solve that problem so that you'll know that, okay, you do need to strike a balance, that neither person is absolutely wrong
Mhm.
and neither person is absolutely correct?
Right.
Brianna?
I can take that, yeah. So like with that situation, when it came to like, well, we didn't want to perhaps like waste a bunch of money going to this event, what we came to was that we would do our own fundraising
Mm-hmm.
through a bake sale around campus and in the ImagineU program with all our fellow cohort, to be able to make the money so that we covered the cost of the event, not out of our own pockets, but through the fundraiser. So that
Okay.
it became less of a risk to ourselves.
Or stress for ourselves.
Or yeah, like a stressing point.
Okay, so that caused some stress for the
To
team.
figure out how to make the booking fee work without having to pay out of our pocket. So trying to figure out if a certain come and go together. I mean, came as one to decide on how to make that come and go happen.
Okay, all right. So let's talk about, and we're going to be wrapping up here. So entrepreneurship, you had one definition of what entrepreneurship was when you first started, and now you have a different definition of entrepreneurship. So who wants to start off by telling us what was the before and after definition of entrepreneurship?
I wouldn't say a definition, but I would definitely say a perspective.
Okay, so just share your thoughts.
My thoughts on it, I just thought entrepreneurs were these risky, crazy people.
Okay.
You know, I definitely appreciate people more after this program because, like, people that, you know, like, they're doing customer discovery, we usually tend to brush them off. But, like, knowing that feeling and knowing, like, the potential, like, in somebody else's business and their idea, you definitely step out and just actually take a moment to actually invest your time in it.
So what do you think it is now? So you said that there were crazy people, so now you're a crazy person, right? Because you're an entrepreneur.
I guess count me in.
So what do you think? I mean,
I think definitely the hard work and the experience, the things of putting yourself out there. I think that I definitely appreciate them more so. They're more creative people, you know, they're not crazy.
Okay.
I really wish that I could go back in time and actually pay attention to some people. I just kind of blown off because it's really a matter of 3 seconds until you have somebody's attention.
Okay. Brianna?
I think I come from a family where people are entrepreneurs, so I think I had a pretty good understanding of what it means to be an entrepreneur. But with ImagineU, there's a lot of focus on building a business that's scalable and can go beyond just yourself, which I think is different than what I see in my family. They're more small sole proprietorship businesses.
Okay.
So I think being able to get that perspective and see that people that we're working with, they own chains and they own franchises and they plan to go across the country, and that's something to think big about a business that you can make.
Okay, so more of a sustainable business model. Okay, Natasha, we'll close out with you.
Yes. So before this program, I had wanted to be an entrepreneur myself. That was my whole entire my goal in life, and I thought us to be people that go after what you want in life. You know, your whole passion, your dreams, your aspirations. And being here in this program, it made me realize it's not easy. It's hard. It's a lot of hard work, dedication, prioritizing your life, and risk taking. So being here now is making me realize that I have to do some work, make some things happen. I can't keep talking. I just start being about it now, not just talking about it, and put my feet to the ground or feet to the pedal to the metal and make it happen. It's my whole thing.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, ladies. Look forward to demo
Thank
day.
you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
All right.